It is a brilliant day, very, very sunny, and we are streaming to you live from 5 Abele Road, Kokomemle, in Accra, Ghana. It's now touted as the trade capital of Africa. It's also known as the gateway to Africa. My name is Stephen Selassie Esio, and we are streaming to you live from Accra, Ghana, which I said has these wonderful titles. This is Yali TV, and in
Thank
2022,
you.
we've decided to throw the light or the spotlight on the achievements, the attainments, the impact being made by young African leaders who have been alumni or have gone through the Young African Leaders Initiative Training Program over the years. Yale is already 11 years, turning 12 this very year. And the achievements of young people, either in business or entrepreneurship, or in civic leadership, or in public management or governance, cannot be overemphasized. It is in this light that Yali TV has decided to come up with this extraordinary program to contribute to profiling the various alumni chapters, the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the Regional Leadership Training Program, and some networks of the Yali program, not forgetting the US Exchange Program alumni will be featured on this special program. This afternoon, we have with us, they're called the Striped One. The nickname of their country is the Striped One, which is one of the very remarkable countries that have contributed to the development, the socio-economic development of the continent, the sustainable development of the continent, the beauty of the continent, and are one of the continent's strongest players when it comes to tourism. Not forgetting their role they played as far back as the formation of the African Organization of African States, and then now a key member of the African Union. There is no other country than Kenya. Kenya is one of the countries that most people get to know about outside the continent because of their prowess in tourism. And today we are profiling the Kenyan Alumni chapter. We have two wonderful personalities who will be talking on behalf of the chapter. Stay tuned. As I return, we will go right into our interview section. And don't forget to send your comments on the Facebook page below the stream, and we'll read every comment, every opinion you share, and questions that you have for them during our conversation. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa.
I'm Eunice Emmanuel Bagi, the correspondent from Nigeria. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe.
I'm Adikalias Kamara from Sierra Leone. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe in Africa.
My name is Absa Samba, a correspondent from the Gambia. Keep watching Yali TV.
I'm Milam Leticia, correspondent from Cameroon. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe in you.
It's your boy Eko Boche, corresponding from Ghana. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa.
This is State of Yali Affairs. My name is Stephen Selassie Esio, and we have with us the Yali LLC Alumni Chapter of Kenya, and we'll be discussing the achievement, challenges, and lessons learned during the tenure of this administration. And this afternoon, we have with us the president of the Yali RLC Kenya Alumni Chapter in the person of Ecosel. I hope I mentioned it well. Linus Ecosel. I hope I mentioned it well.
You've tried on the surname.
We also have with us Fred Tunya, who is the communications lead for the Yali RLC Kenya Alumni Chapter. It is such a wonderful opportunity to have you two gentlemen.
Pleasure, Stephen.
Wonderful. So I would love to, first of all, welcome you once again on Yali TV. But Just for the purpose of those who don't know about us, we would love you to introduce yourselves and probably the rest of the members of the alumni chapter leadership. So I'll start with you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much, Stephen. And once again, allow me wish you a happy new year 2022. It is a great pleasure, it is a great honor to be on the Yali TV. And we appreciate the tremendous and transformative work you're doing and, bringing the Yali to the world through these programs. So I am Linus Ikochel, currently serving as the president for Yali RLC Kenyan chapter. And with me today on this special program is my fellow leader in charge of communications, Fred Tunya. He will be mentioning his name and other things later. So we are privileged to be here. Other leaders are joining us online. Simon Olunga, who is in charge of participant and engagements committee. We have Job Mugania, who is our able chairperson of events and networking, and one amazing, beautiful lady who is in charge of partnership and resource mobilization. All are excited and they have tuned in just to follow these proceedings. Thank you.
Amazing.
Back to you, Stephen.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Mr. President. So over to you, Fred. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about the chapter, when you were formed, and how far you've come. Fred, if you can hear us. Hello, Fred, can you hear us? Okay. I think you are having a little, Fred is having a little technical challenge. So I'll come back to you, Linus. Linus, can you use the opportunity to give us a little background about the Yali RLC Kenya chapter? When was it started, and how far have you come over the years?
Thank you so much, Steve. Indeed, it has been an amazing journey with Yali, the inception of Yali since 2016.
Wow.
And we are glad that our country, Kenya, being the headquarters for the East Africa, being the headquarters for this program. So as a country right now, I can say since the inception of the Young African Leaders Initiative, we've had quite a number of young people in Kenya applying for the program and being, trained as young, upcoming, passionate, and transformative leaders. And as we speak right now, we have about 1,530 alumni.
Wow.
It's not just numbers.
Wow.
This is about young people that have gone through an intensive training that are equipped with the leadership, skills, with the focus on three main tracks, that is business entrepreneurship, public management, and civic leadership. So it is an amazing, as a chapter, we're having quite a number of alumni. And good to note that all these alumni are spread across the country.
Across the country.
In Kenya, we have 47 county chapters and are spread there and are doing transformative work. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. You have 47 county chapters.
Yes.
Wow. And I mean, it's no fluke that the Kenya chapter happens to be one of the vibrant chapters across the continent. I would love to find out from you, when was this chapter formed, and how many presidents or leadership tenures have you had over the years? And then lastly, how many years do you get to spend as a chapter leader?
Wow, wow, wow. So far since the inception, we've had three presidents
Wow.
leading the chapter. My immediate predecessor, Charles Munoz, who just
Yes,
handed
Mr.
over
Yali.
last year to us. Yeah. So he was an amazing leader, uh, Charles, and also before Charles, we had other leaders. Good to know that I'm coming in as the third president, and I just came in 2021 May.
Okay,
Basically, we have you've asked me about how long I'm intending to lead as a president,
exactly.
and I say
Yes.
basically we are guided by the bylaws to be in office for a period of 2 years. You
Okay.
have a term of 2 years. That is the period I'm intending to be in office. But if the alumni will feel that we've done quite a tremendous job and there's need for us to continue, then I'll be open to such an idea. But as at now, we're just working with what is stipulated in our bylaws. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Fred, are you back? All right. We'll continue to wait for Fred. I think he's still having challenges. So, Mr. President, would love you to, it's such a beautiful thing to know that young people on their own are doing so much. Last week, we profiled Nigeria and they showcased a number of activities they were involved in, which was very inspiring. I would like to find out from you, sir, what are some of the tremendous things? I know it just came in some few months ago, but the chapter has been doing a lot. When you go on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, you get to see updates of activities that are happening, which are being led by the chapter or by other members of your chapter. Would you love to enumerate some of the key attainments or achievements of the Kenya chapter?
Amazing, amazing. So far, since taking over office in May last year, I can say the experience has been good.
Right.
And 7 months down the line, there are quite a number of milestones we've made and achievement as a chapter. And I'll be glad to briefly let this be known, to the world and to the alumni and other people that are following this. So,
Amazing.
as a chapter, one of the most important things we did after coming into office is we ensured that we are registering a legal entity, an independent entity as a chapter for efficient and effective, management and implementation of the programs of the chapter. And we have quite a number of activities being implemented under this legal entity that we registered. And through this entity, we've been able to even apply for funds that are outside there.
Wow.
Uh, upon coming into office, we did one of a major third Young Leaders Transformation Summit, the third leadership summit we did in July last year. And we brought together close to 238 young people who shared experiences, who were empowered, and our theme was strengthening, engagements, both with the national, with governments, law and policy making. And we saw alumni coming together, sharing experiences, and we left the conference, the 3-day conference, the 2-day conference, much equipped, much challenged, and eager to transform. So that
Right.
summit came in handy. It came out strongly. And again, as a Kenyan chapter, I just want to know this, that we've partnered with a number of organizations and done quite a number of activities through partnership and collaboration. Because through partnership and collaboration, we realize that is the only way we can even sustain our chapter activities. We partnered with the Equity Bank and the Dedan Kimathi University. And right now, I just want to inform you that we are rolling a program to plant 5 million trees in Kenya. So this is one of the greatest achievements that we are being supported by Equity Bank to make our nation green by planting 5 million trees as a chapter. So
Amazing.
we've done other activities, through the just to mention this, allow me to mention this with the Masters Empowerment, Center, whereby we celebrated the people living with disabilities, and through this partnership, wheelchairs have been donated to people living with disabilities, and even the caregivers of such people have been supported, have been provided food, have been guided. So there's a lot that I can't even mention at this particular moment, but as a chapter, we've done quite a number of activities, and also alumni are doing amazing works, empowering the community, doing peace concerts, bringing communities together, supporting girl child through empowerment and mentorship programs. Quite amazing and quite a lot that we've achieved as a chapter with the support of even individual alumni. Back to you, Stephen.
Wow, amazing, 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 amazing. My producer wants to show our video, our viewers a video of some of the activities that have been embarked on by the Yali Alumni Chapter of Kenya. Whilst we do that, take a seat and take a look at what Kenya has done so far.
Thank you.
Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African leaders. Young African leaders. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African soldiers. Young African soldiers. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African leaders. Young African leaders. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African soldiers. Young African soldiers. Young African soldiers. I believe in Africa. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African leaders. Young African leaders. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali.
Review of the activities of the Yali RC Kenya Alumni Chapter. It is so refreshing to know that we are not waiting, or young people today are not waiting on government institutions or governments of the day to implement social intervention programs or initiatives that elevate the people of their community. Community by community, the members of the Young African Leaders Initiative are salvaging the image of Africa. And I am very confident that in this decade of sustainable development, the young African is at the forefront of development. And this is very evident from the conversations I have had with a number of Yali and other exchange program leaders across the continent. Um, it's so refreshing to just watch this video some minutes ago and realize so much has been done. Congratulations to you, Linus, and your team. Hello, Linus. Hello, are you there? Okay, Fred, are you back online now? Fred, can you kindly confirm whether you are online? Hello, Fred, can you hear us? Okay, I think we'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back and we'll see exactly what can be done. Thank you. Keep watching. We'll be back.
I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa.
I'm Munoz the correspondent from Nigeria. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe.
I'm Adikalias Kamara from Sierra Leone. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe in Africa.
My name is Absa Samba, a correspondent from the Gambia. Keep watching Yali TV.
I'm Bilam Leticia, correspondent from Cameroon. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe in you.
It's your boy, Eko Boche, corresponding from Ghana. Keep watching Yali TV.
I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa.
Gentlemen, it's good to have you back. Sorry, viewer, for the technical mix-up. Who do you have there now?
Linus, it's Linus.
Okay,
Here.
Linus. My producer wants you to sit upright so that we could see your face very well. So thank you very much for that brief review. You guys are doing a tremendous job. I'd like to find out from you, in implementing these projects, how difficult was it for you? You know, it's not easy mobilizing leaders. Leaders all have their personal programs, and you've been able to mobilize over 40 county chapters to join you to do all this program. What were the difficulties or the challenges you faced in implementing these programs?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I want to say implementing these programs, it wasn't an easy task. It needed lots of efforts, lots of collaboration, and lots of teamwork from my entire committee of the national executive leaders. Yes, we are celebrating success, but there were a few challenges here and there in implementation of these programs. You realize one of the challenges we have, it is what I call the alumni apathy, that mobilizing this huge number of alumni and bringing them on board, it wasn't an easy task. We are talking of maybe having a summit that brought about close to 230 young leaders.
Amazing.
But we have more than 1,000 young leaders. So you realize that was really a challenge, reaching out, to alumni who are out, widespread across the entire country, was a bit of a challenge. You realize some changed their details, their contact details after training. Some trained like 3 or 2 years ago. Their details changed, so we send them emails, we send them text messages, invitations, but they never, received. And in a way, that affected, the turn up. It affected, the numbers, and it also affected the support. So that is one of the main challenges that we experience in terms of implementation and rolling out this transformative activity. But good to note, with teamwork and these leaders that we are having, really burned the midnight oil to see to it that you're having successful event despite of that major challenge of alumni apathy. Thank you.
Amazing. One of the challenges that I think runs through some of the chapters has to do with funding of initiatives. You made mention earlier in your submission that you were able to get a key sponsor. What were some of the mechanisms and strategies that you would love to share that the other 46 alumni chapters across the continent, or even more, because of the Mandela Washington Fellows, would need to implement to be able to get funding that is necessary to run programs at our various associations or chapters? My producer tells me, Fred, excuse me, Fred is also back. Fred, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can everyone else hear me?
It's good
Loud
to have
and
you
clear.
finally.
Welcome, Fred.
So
Imagine I'm the communications guy here. I should be the one who's making things run smoothly. Unfortunately, I
it's
don't
allowed.
understand what's
It's
happening
allowed.
with my laptop.
It's allowed. It
The
happens.
audio,
So it happens.
madam,
It's good to
thank
have you
you.
finally. So the question to you as a team is, how did you scale up or scale over the challenge of funding of initiatives?
That's my question.
I hope you can hear me. How did
Stephen,
you?
that's my question.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So how did you scale over the challenge of raising funds for your initiatives?
I mean, one of the biggest challenge for any chapter looking for funding definitely uh, will be one, can you define pretty well the kind of project that you're pursuing? And additionally will be the amount that, sometimes you win or get
Mhm.
to implement some of the project, depending with also the locality. Another challenge that maybe I will say from my side will be sometimes the number of entities, you know, uh, competing or applying for the same funding.
Right.
Uh, those are some of the major challenges that sometimes you're faced with, which for a very long time we've been able to work around. But something very important that I have to say in accessing funding, the hardest bit has been being a legal entity,
Right.
a registered
Right.
entity. Because initially as Yali, uh, we were not able to compete for several other funding from across other, partners, apart from maybe those organizations that are related to Yali in one way or the other.
Okay.
But until
Okay.
then, we realized that we needed to register a legal entity so that with a legal entity, then we are able to compete and, apply for funding from different spectrum. Thank you.
Hmm. Wow. Another challenge that we've also realized that I think runs across the chapters is there are some of the alumni who already have strong organizations, sometimes even more powerful than the alumni chapter because of their connections and networks. How well has your chapter been able to collaborate with alumni who have strong existing organizations that have access to grants or funding? And are we able to build that synergy to do projects? And if you could enumerate some of those alumni entity collaborations that succeeded in your chapter. Yes, any of you can answer, please.
Oh, thank you, Steve. You can hear me?
Yes, you're allowed and clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is indeed true that we have a number of alumni with strong base and, the farm
Okay.
organization, number of them in terms of implementing activities, and we brought them together. And whenever such alumni are having other opportunities and events that they would like, the chapter to come in, we are having an engagement strategy that enable us as a chapter to connect with such alumni by
Okay.
recording even their impact stories, and through such initiative of outlining their transformative stories, we bring them on board. We also learn from them as they learn from us, we share various opportunities, and they've been in a position even to give us referral and give us different opportunities, even funding opportunities to apply and even do programs together. So that is a plus. I want to say having alumni with the strong organizations and collaborating together with the national chapters, I think it is a way, to go moving forward. And it has been a plus to us in terms of engaging them and collaborating and working together to implement projects.
Amazing. That's a good development to hear from. And we realize that the participation of women in organizations like this is usually not as much as we want to. We focus on the SDGs goal number 5, which is encouraging participation of women in association, in governance, in industry. Um, what measures have we put in place to ensure that the female alumni are engaged in the activities of the chapter? Because naturally, you might not have a lot of them coming forward to be part of activities. What measures have you put in place to ensure that the women in the chapter participate as much as their male counterparts? Over to you, Linus.
I think for us,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we talk about women, we talk about gender. One of the goals that each and every organization, whenever they are doing or implementing projects or activity, will always work to ensure that we're having a gender balanced initiative. So yes, I want to say to some extent it is a challenge that at times you find the turn up of women to events or programs or benefit from the programs that we roll out. It has been a challenge. And for us as a chapter, there's with the coming in of the women in African power, I want to say by the Yali, it has been a plus. And currently what we are doing, we are working together with the women in African power who are alumni for Yali, and having them in our activities, being in the forefront as the women voice to rally other young leaders and other young women to come forth and benefit and participate. So we are working hand in hand with the alumni of Women in African Power as a voice of women to bring other women on board. And when it comes to planning and implementation of activities, we've always worked and put women or the young women leaders that we have in the forefront to help in mobilizing and reaching out to the specific, needs of women so that we can have a balanced, activities or project with women in front. So basically, that is the plan. That is the kind of engagement that we are having, doing our program with a very sharp focus on gender and specifically having women, voice out and being in the decision-making table in terms of planning, implementation, and all through execution.
Amazing. I would love to read some comments from some of our viewers. This is State of Yali Affairs, profiling, probing, and bringing our alumni chapters to the forefront. So let me read some of the comments for you on those who are watching, and probably Linus and Fred, you get to hear how you are doing today. We have Simon Odiambo Job. We have Samuel Diambo, we have Job Mungania, and Samuel Esa. They are watching and they want you to know they are watching you live. Maxwell in Kansas says, "Good one, brothers." We have Chachu Joe Siame. He says, "Great one," and he gives a thumbs up. Then we have Simon coming with a comment. He says, "I'm happy to be following this amazing conversation." Simon Olunga, participant engagement. committee chairperson for the chapter. So Simon is watching and he wants you to know. We have Sam Sheka Mwan. He says, "Hello, I'm watching from Sierra Leone." Then Seda Wiseman, he says, "More fire to you guys." Lynette Wise Keller says, "I'm following keenly." Then we have one of our ardent followers, John Best Uche from Nigeria, says, "A very good afternoon, everyone. Joe or John Best from Nigeria, watching keenly." Then we have John Best again says, "Alumni apathy, very challenging issue an association organization can experience. Not a good experience at all. Wishing you all the best." Then we have Marcos, Kid Marcos watching as well. Then we have Asira Nelson. Asira says watching from Rwanda. Keep sending your comments. If you have any questions for the officials of the Yali RLC Alumni Chapter, can you keep sending them? So let's go back into our conversation. It's getting interesting, it's getting more exciting. I would like to find out from you, has there been the opportunity for you guys to have any cross-country interactions in your sub-region? For example, has there been an opportunity to have activities that have to border or connect with maybe the alumni chapter of Tanzania, the alumni chapter of maybe Ethiopia, or even beyond? Have you had that cross-country collaboration since you came on or in the existence of the alumni chapter?
Yes. Thank you, Steve. I want to
Well,
say,
yes, I would say that
our participant and engagement.
Yes, Mr. President, then we'll have Fred to add up as well.
Yeah, thank you. I want to say through our able chairperson in charge of participant and engagement, we've been in a position to have inter-country interaction with the 3 countries so far since we came into office. And we've interacted with the delegation of Yali leadership of Burundi, Sudan,
Amazing.
and Democratic Republic of Congo. And top on the agenda is, to strengthen ties, to strengthen our collaboration, and
Amazing.
even work together to do inter-country activities. So far, I'm glad to report that we've interacted with Burundi chapter, Sudan,
Amazing.
and Democratic Republic of Congo, and we are looking forward to greater activities, inter-country activities soon enough.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Fred, since you are the head of communication, the issue of data management and communication is also another big challenge. You realize that right after the training programs, people get to either change their numbers or the emails they used to apply, they do not actively use them again. So getting in touch with alumni of the chapters or alumni of the Yali program becomes a very difficult challenge. In your position as the lead for communication, what has been a strategy you have implemented in tandem with your executives since you came into office?
Thank you, Stephen. The issue of data is a very important question and very important discussion across the
Right.
world. And here in Kenya, we are not left behind in terms of, the number one, data privacy, number two, keeping in touch with alumni across all the cohorts. Something more interesting and very, very amazing about Yali, specifically the East Africa, the RLC, Regional Leadership Center, which hosts about 14 countries. It has now 42 cohorts. Out of the 42 cohorts, we have another cohort, which is one very special one. It's called the DAO cohort. But now, we have close to 1,000, over 1,500 alumni. That is for Kenya alone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this 1,500, over 1,500 alumni who joined this program way back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And over the successive leadership until now, I think the most important thing that we've done to make sure that we keep in touch with alumni is number one, each and every year we do our mapping. And if we
Okay.
do a mapping, we always ask alumni where they are. We run a survey kind of, reach out to
Wow.
alumni, ask them questions where they're currently based, if they have changed their contacts, if they have changed their emails so that
Place
we
of
can add
location.
the
Okay.
new emails in our mailing list.
Mm.
Mapping has helped us big time. But something also more interesting is the fact that as a chapter, we introduced something called the Yali Machinani. And Yali Machinani means we are going across the country and meeting alumni and telling their stories of impact. That way, it's
Amazing.
easy and more convenient for us to connect with alumni and try to look at each and every alumni, whether you are in cohort 1 or cohort 30 or cohort 8, as I was. It's so easy to now move across the country in each and every county chapter, and then we
Mm-hmm.
can single them out, meet them, and tell their success stories. That way, we retain their data or we acquire new data or information about alumni.
Amazing.
Maybe lastly, something about data that we do care so much about data protection of alumni because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we have the most important information about alumni. We
Okay.
have their private details, private contacts, which we can't use in other roles or responsibilities or functions which are not aligned to the
To
chapter's
the program.
policy and what
Okay.
we do as a chapter. Thank you.
Wow. I love the alumni mapping strategy, which is something I believe that other alumni chapters who are watching us or listening this afternoon may employ. Um, it's also very interesting to know that uh, Yali today, even though people who are between the age of 18 technically and 35 have the opportunity to apply, a lot of the alumni today are big boys and girls. Do you want to share the name of some of the alumni who are currently in governance or top leadership, either in the industries or in the government of Kenya? Would you love to mention some of their names so that we celebrate them?
Absolutely. Maybe before the president goes or picks it up, I think, like the chair said initially, we've had four successive presidents. We had our first president, we had our second female president, and then the other day we had our male president, and now we have Linus. And when the first cohort, both cohort 1 to cohort 15, they're big boys and girls today.
Exactly.
Some joined the program were very thin, others were jobless, but today, like you say, we have alumni who are holding very important positions in the society and in our community. And in
Right.
the Yali Alumni chapter of Kenya, this is the chapter where we have alumni who are government officers or government
Exactly.
representatives.
Amazing.
Here in
Amazing.
Kenya, we call county commissioners.
Hello, Fred. I
Right
can
here
hear
in
you,
Kenya, we have
but
who is
hello,
in
Fred, if
charge.
you can hear me. If you can hear me, I can hear you, but there is an interference in your voice output. So if you want to check that.
Can you hear me now? Pretty well.
Yeah, I can hear you, but there's a little interference in your sound.
Let me work on that.
Okay, so whilst we wait for Fred to do that, Mr. President, can you mention some of the uh, prominent members, I
Big
would say,
boys.
of your alumni
Yes.
chapter.
Thank you. You can hear me, Stephen?
Yes, you're loud and clear.
Yes. Let me just have a shout out to some of the great big boys in the Kenyan alumni chapter. That is the Yali.
Not
And
forgetting the big girls.
one big boys and big girls. Yes, I want to start by my immediate predecessor. That is Charles Munoz. I respect him. He's serving the national government in the Senate. He's doing amazing. I also want to shout out to this beautiful lady called Bathsheba Osiamo. She is an assistant county commissioner serving also the national government. A big shout out to her. We have Max Miu, who is an alumni, and he is the communications person for the RLC, Yali RLC, East Africa. We salute him. We also have Joseph Kwea. He's serving the Kenya National Library in Nakuru County and doing amazing work. So just to mention but a few, we salute these members and we appreciate, how they are transforming this nation through different capacities they're serving in. Thank you.
I wish Fred was here, but the last one for you. What is your relationship with the U.S. Embassy in Kenya? And how easy has it been for you to collaborate with them in implementing projects?
Wow. Wow. I think one of the achievements that I would say it is us as the Yali Kenya Alumni Chapter, we've been in a position to have a meeting with the U.S. Embassy, and we are privileged to have a meeting with the top leaders in the U.S. Embassy. That is the cultural attaché, Mr. Chris, and the Yali coordinator, Mrs. Annette Smith. And we had a very successful meeting. Top on our agenda, we are discussing how to strengthen our ties with the U.S. Embassy. I want to say so far, our relationship with the U.S. Embassy is good. We are working together. We are in communication. And in line, we are going to have a U.S. alumni joint event in Kenya as a result of partnership and collaboration with the U.S. Embassy. So it is amazing. It is a great partnership and a great collaboration. Thank you.
Oh, Fred is still not back yet. Do you have Fred? Okay. So as we draw the curtains on this amazing information or conversation we just had, are there some personalities, organizations, whether in Kenya, outside Kenya, or even in the US, that you want to use this opportunity to express your deep appreciations to?
Definitely. First of all, I want to appreciate the United States government that Yali exists in Africa today, courtesy of the US government. And Yali has been one of the greatest blessings that happened in our continent. So we salute the US, we salute the US aid, and we say thank you even to the Deloitte, because the funds, the opportunities that outside there, the transformation fund, it's being managed by Deloitte, and Deloitte has been amazing in terms of processing, in terms of working on our applications and even disbursing the grants that we want. So a big thank you to USAID, a big thank you to Deloitte, and a big thank you to RLC East Africa, the Kenyan even headquarters, for the amazing support, amazing, guidance. Without forgetting the Equity Bank, that we are collaborating together to make Kenya green through planting 5 million trees. So we celebrate equity, the Dan Kimathi University, and above all, various alumni organizations that so far we've collaborated and worked together to see great achievements as a chapter of Kenya. Thank you.
Amazing. Fred, since you're back, are there any personalities, organizations, apart from what Mr. President enumerated, that you want to send a shout out to or say a very big thank you to?
Well, of course, I'll want to shout out to respective county governments. County governments form a very important part of our work, and so we appreciate them. We also want to say a huge thank you to the devolution, and the Interior Ministry. These are ministry which uh, uh, are employing some of our alumni in various positions. So we appreciate them. Thank you.
I'm hoping to hear in the next couple of years that we'll have an alumni who is the president of Kenya. I have Simon Odiambo. He says, we have Madam Karen Wakoli, also an emerging leader from the Emerging Leaders Foundation, as a proud alumni of the Kenya chapter, a great leader who is doing amazing work all over Kenya. I also have Job Mungania. He says, hello, watching from Kenya. I'm happy to see our Yali Alumni Chapter of Kenya Leadership is doing well, and big ups. We salute you all. We have Rocking Silva Magado, who is also watching. We have Elizabeth Duncans also watching. We have Nana Kwesi Achiampo. It says, I'm watching all the way from Amsterdam. It keeps getting interesting every week. And today we had a very exciting excitement with our brothers from the eastern part of the continent. Before we go, I'd like you to know that so many opportunities are brewing in the port of Yali TV. Currently, we have two hot initiatives you don't want to miss out from. In March, we'll be celebrating our 3rd year anniversary, and it's going to be really, really exciting. On the 22nd of March, we're going to have a mega program right here at 5 Abele Road, and details of that will be coming up on how to participate. We have the big one. The Black History Festival will be happening in Washington, D.C. Details of that will be coming up from next week. It's going to be happening in Washington, D.C. from the 21st to the 27th of February. 21st, that's 21 to 27 of February, that's next month, approximately about a month plus some weeks from now. It's a program that is going to be celebrating the history, the rich history, the heritage, culture, and arts of Africa, and not forgetting the initiatives, innovation that have come as a result of the partnership between the US government and the various member states of the African Union over the years. It promises to be very exciting. There will be exhibitions, there will be interaction sections, there will be networking sections. So keep watching Yali TV. Visit our website, www.yalitvonline.com/Black History Festival, for more details on how you can be part from anywhere across the world. We also have a very interactive and very educative program. It is a capacity building program which is coming up in May, but applications have been opened. Currently, applications are pouring in. It's targeting 12 African countries: Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. It also has Ethiopia, Rwanda, Gabon, Cameroon, Eswatini, and other African countries like Senegal, and to mention the ones I remember. You visit our page, you'll get more details on how you can apply any of our social media channels or platforms, in Instagram, Twitter, or on Facebook, or our website for more details of how to apply. If you are a media practitioner between the ages of 18 and 35 that will be promoting Africa to the rest of the world through your write-ups, your productions, your social media page, or any platform. You stand a chance to qualify for this program. There are many other programs that will be coming up. We'll be announcing them week after week. If you are a corporation across the continent, you believe that this program is making impact and you want to be part of it, you can get in touch with us. You can send us an email at info.yalitv@gmail.com, info.yalitv@gmail.com, or info@yalitvonline.com. Interact with us and we'll be very glad to have you as our partner to ensure that state of Yali affairs even goes far beyond the continent to the rest of the world to inspire people of Africa origin in the diaspora to let us know the Africa we know or we knew before is evolving into Africa we really want. It's been amazing having you, gentlemen, Linus, the president of the Alumni chapter, and Fred. Sorry about the technical challenges we're having, but we will get better. And I'm very sure because of our impact as young leaders, systems will be better for us to enjoy. It's been fun having you, very educative and informative. Thank you so much for having you. I'm also grateful to my production team. Thank you to you, Marcos, for being assistant of production. Thank you to you, Joe. Thank you to you, Mr. Eric Nate, for the production today and the rest of the team across the continent. If there's a saying that we used to say, when you hear the fowl crowing tomorrow morning, it is Yali TV telling you, thank you very much for watching today's episode. And get ready for another explosive interaction next week, Saturday, at this time, right on this page. And it is bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.